France, but somehow he didn't have not won the Ballon d'Or. But let's talk about the Carabao Cup before we move over to the La Liga. Yesterday's game, the Carabao Cup, Chelsea came from a goal down to beat Lincoln City 2-1. Cannot have started in that game, but he did not score in that game. Wolves beat Everton 2 goals to nil. So fantastic game for Wolves. They needed that win because they have not won any game throughout this season. Barnsley lost 6-0 to Brighton. Brighton went there to trash them 6-0, and Liverpool won that game against Southampton 2-1. Esa scored his first goal. Okay, let's talk about Chelsea because Chelsea came from a goal down. It was a scare. I was like, okay, probably we're going to see a shock because we are praying for shock in this, so you can batter somebody.
Shock yesterday, I know see now.
Which kind of shock?
Burnley lost to Division 3 side.
Burnley lost.
Yeah, Fulham survived. Fulham survived by 1 goal to nil.
Cardiff won Burnley 2-1 at home.
So division team, they beat Burnley.
Yeah, it's an interesting game, and Fulham just somehow beat Cambridge United 1-0. Okay, let's talk about Chelsea. But Chelsea won 2-1. Just small thing. I was thinking that when I saw the first half, they scored the first goal in the first half. Those guys tried. They had 16 shots in total in that game, even though 2 of them were on target, but they were going at Chelsea and scored the first goal.
Yeah, like if you look at the way the game was played, they started well, they defended well, they held their own against Chelsea. Let's put it like that, because it's not every time you play home to a big team that won the world champions now, or the former world champions, as Man U fans will call them, because if you be the best, you become the best. So it's not every time you go up against them in your own home and then you dominate the play, you score, and then you have the opportunity to defend them. But then Chelsea always finding a way to come back from a goal down to come and win a game as they should. Like if you look at that starting lineup, you will see that there were a couple of players that were not available. A couple of players were given the nod. Facundo Bonanotte was given the nod in the 10th position. Yeah. You can see Jamie Gittins playing on the right hand side, Garnacho on the left. You look at the defense, you see the addition of Hato on the left, and then Jorgensen in the post. I think there were a couple of things that were tried out yesterday with also Santos alongside Enzo Fernandez. I wasn't impressed with the performance. Let's just call it what it is. But all the same, good win for Chelsea.
Yeah, the next round. Okay, no, so.
See, you're being impressed with the performance. No. First half, you know, when a team like this coming together to play, we've always complained about Jamie Gittins' performance so far in the Chelsea whenever he starts. And yesterday was another one. We'll continue to complain until start to see performance, or start to see better performance, not just performance, running around the performance, but running around with intention to go for the kill is better performance. So I want to see Jamie Gittins improve on his positional awareness, because yesterday I think he had more take-ons with a whole lot of back passes. And this is another Garnacho. You know, when I was saying this for Garnacho, everybody said he's a good player. John was saying he likes wingers that. Now he's playing for the Chelsea.
Wingers that are direct.
No, he's
unlike
wait,
some people that will carry ball, reach that front, come back and pass back to defense.
Yes, we know them. Martinelli, EG. But again, in the Chelsea setup yesterday, you see Garnacho looking for ways to release the ball off his foot. These are things we have been begging you to do in Manchester United. Once you take the attack, pass. Make the pass, make the run. Make the pass, make the run. It's simple. It's simple basic. You don't have to dribble 35 players. You're not Lionel Messi. You're not Cristiano Ronaldo. You're not, even Zidane said I was even trying then. You know, Bian. You're not Pele. Pele was still trying to pass the ball around. Now, I'm calling the name of the greats that when they have the ball on their feet, they can take on 10 players and still get away with it. But yet, they still find a way to pass the ball when they need to pass the ball. Garnacho for Chelsea in the first game where he came in against Bayern Munich, he was trying to pass. You see that he takes on one player, 1v1, he passes. 1v1, he passes. Now, against yesterday's game, against Lincoln, the same thing again. Garnacho, he got away with the 1v1 situations. If it was Garnacho of, you know where, he want to take on 5 defenders and he knows he's going to lose the ball. Bro, pass the ball and make the run. The pass will meet you on the other end. It's a 1-2 situation and you meet yourself at the other end with the pass in your feet or the ball in your feet again. Now, this is that Garnacho. Now, the same thing happens to Jamie Gittins. You take on defenders. You're taking on defenders, you're seeing that there's no way in. You pass and make the run without the ball. The ball will meet you there, one way or the other. It's one way of, we don't always have to, I'll keep going back to these things. When we teach in football, when we are teaching football, we are telling people, when we are teaching.
Okay, yeah, okay, I want to be sure who is teaching that.
I'm teaching them.
Okay.
You don't have to be with the ball always. Always make the runs with the intention of the ball will meet you, and be aware of where you are so you don't beat the offside trap. Because at some point I was somewhere yesterday evening and I saw a group of ladies, young ladies training. I think around 11, and I saw a group of young ladies training, and I just sat down to see what the coach was telling them. He said, "You, if you're here and this pass is going to this defender, give him an angle." Where, and I was like, "How? This is what you teach people while they're growing up." And I think nobody taught Garnacho that kind of thing. You pass the ball, you make this certain run.
But the thing I like about Garnacho that he takes risk.
He takes risk.
One day he keep taking this risk. One day he becomes a superstar.
Simple.
He take the risk. He don't be Ronaldo.
If you keep playing,
That was the risk.
safe,
That was the risk.
Simple.
That was the risk. That was
They
the
will
risk.
tell you in NBA that shooter shoot. If you're a shooter, there's no need trying to pass the ball around. You take the shot. If you miss 4 or 5, you keep shooting till you get it. And you work on it in training.
You know the problem now. You keep talking about taking the run. That's not what Gia Felix did do when he was at Atletico Madrid. He was a star player, but he was not Lionel Messi. He was not Cristiano Ronaldo. When you take the run, you take on defenders, you lose the ball, and you force us to go back and start defending again. Come on now.
Okay, we are going to see Garnacho. I think he should take that side of the field when they play the Premier League because
Simple.
I think if you look at it, they have only Gittins there and Neto can play there. So after Neto, it's him and Estavo. Gittins is still way below what Chelsea fans are still expecting, but hopefully he's doing well in this striker position. Tyree Jones played in the striker position in this game and he scored a goal. Bonanote played behind him and scored a goal in this game. They have been trying Bonanote behind the striker, probably because he played more of a winger when he was at Leicester City. Now they're playing behind the striker. But Tyree Jones, I think him staying. What Gay? Is it Gui or Gay? Is still there. He's not even getting game times, even though they are playing the Carabao Cup. What is wrong? Is it that you got him back on loan just to because he didn't even make match day squad? Probably he might be injured or not, but I'm not sure. But he did not make match day squad even to play the Carabao Cup.
This is why what's his name? Nico Jackson
He
didn't
refused
come back to Chelsea. Yes. This is why Nico Jackson refused to come back to Chelsea. It's better you take your fate in your hand somewhere else. If you know work out last like Disasi and Sterling, you have a contract. You will come back and sit on your bench or be in the bomb squad and be collecting your fat paycheck every week, even though that's negative football, but that's the case as it is right now. You call back Gio, who should be doing a good season so far with Sunderland. You called him back and he hasn't gotten any game time. Now he's young, let's say he's under 18 or whatever, and he's going to be playing from Chelsea's bench, or let me say beat part player or accessory right now, because he's not really being, let me say, that type of talent that can for Chelsea. Fine and good, but then you have bodies in that position. If anything happens to George or Joao Pedro, you can throw him in. But in this encounter, I'm talking about Tyree George. I like Tyree George for one thing, that whenever you call him up to the Chelsea side, he will sign his name out of whatever story is going on. And he made his contribution with the goal. And of course, if they never call him up for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he will quietly be on the bench waiting for his time. The question is, when a transfer bid comes in, don't expect these guys to be gentlemanly about their character, because they want to leave. They've endured on the bench, and when the move comes, they want to leave. QED.
Okay, let's see what happens with them. I just scored the first goal, they saw the second goal after they conceded the first goal in the first half. The first half they finished 1-0 for Lincoln City. I was thinking probably we have a surprise today, but Chelsea fought back and he started introducing everybody in that second half to win that game 2-1. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and everybody is dropping comments about this Chelsea game. Fortune, welcome to the show. Fortune, I think it's first time I'm seeing your comment. Remember, please to subscribe to our channel if it's your first time. Fortune, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. In the studio, based on Chelsea match yesterday, I am a Chelsea fan, but I am not impressed with the players we have. Okay, we have average players from first 11, second 11. We can't win the Premier League with these players. Chelsea have invested so much in their players, and their fans are not really impressed. For example, even though like they bought young players, you buy young players with potential. It takes time, truthfully. You didn't buy superstars. If you want to, like Man City, they buy already made players. If you are buying Gittins, it's a raw material. If you are buying Garnacho in quotes, even though he played for Manchester United, but he didn't nail down that starting level.
Was he a quality player?
At Manchester United.
Well cut talent.
If you
below average.
if you buy some of these players, you buy Hato, you buy some of these players, it's good. They are going to be a hit like Palmer. You know, they took a risk with Palmer, and Palmer became a superstar.
Palmer was never a risk. Palmer was doing well in his own right.
He was doing well, but
where right?
He was doing
which
well
right
in his
for
own
bench?
right.
He was
doing well on the bench.
He was doing well in his own right. He got the opportunity.
Yes.
He took it with both
Which
hands.
right?
What I'm
No,
saying
no,
is
but
that
before the Chelsea game, how many games did he play for City?
Wow.
No, before they switched to, because he said he was doing well in his own right.
He never started.
Bro, this is somebody that was doing well for the reserves. Performing at that level. When he played for Manchester City, he scored on his games.
But
He's doing well in his own right. For example, now you will not tell me now that McGee right now, playing a bigger player for Chelsea, who hasn't played in the last 2 months, is going to move over to another club and start, let me say, do better than what he's doing now, because he's not getting opportunities.
Now, wait, let me understand this. If we say players are doing well in their own right, we'll count the under 21 record.
Everybody, most people do well in their
Because if you're telling me under 21 record, this guy, Man United just sent away on loan. Shea Whitney, I've been listening to him. He was doing well on his own right. Every week, hat-trick.
I think it just.
How many games did wait now? Let me understand.
Whenever he played for City, he put in a good performance and he scored goals.
Let me understand.
Everybody knows Palmer scores goals.
How many
Go
goals
and look at the stats.
But they took risks with Palmer.
It's not about taking a risk. You signed somebody from City.
You signed somebody with potential.
Excuse me, nothing you want them. When Palmer was going to Chelsea, Chelsea knew what they were getting. What they didn't know that the guy would come and do far better than what they were expecting.
Yes, the same
Simple.
He see potential there, but
that does not mean that the guy was not good when you brought him up. Gittins don't be potential.
We are saying the same thing too. Yeah, Chelsea took a risk.
In his own right at Dortmund, he was doing well.
But they took
risk. Wait, now let me understand. Let me not tell you the difference between Jamie Gittins and Cole Palmer. Jamie was starting week in, week out for Dortmund. He was starting every game week.
Palmer
not make bench most times.
Rightly so, because the squad is playing for is bigger than Dortmund.
See, the same thing with Jamie Gittins. The squad is playing for. If you look at Dortmund has. If you remove any player in the Dortmund side, now let me finish.
You have to pay homage to the fact that Dortmund is wired to give young player chance to play. Unlike City.
That's what I'm saying.
So you cannot compare the two clubs.
If you remove any player from the Dortmund side, instantly you will get a replacement, an instant replacement. Same thing with Kopama in Man City. He was doing well in according to you said in the under 21 side, which means he was a raw talent. Nobody know him.
He was not a raw talent. People know him.
Nobody know him anywhere. I'm still telling you the same thing.
English people.
Garnacho was if that's the case, Garnacho was doing well in Atletico Madrid. Under 21.
Yeah.
When they signed him to Manchester United, he did well in under 21 Manchester United. Amad Diallo was doing well at Atlanta. Under 21. How many matches? He played only 3 games. Let me tell you now. He played only, I think, 3 or 4 games for the Atlanta side in the Serie A before coming to Manchester United, and was doing well in the under 21. Now, see, it's up to the manager to trust you as a young player.
Truthfully,
it's not that you are doing well and they bought you. It was a young talent with potential.
Let me tell you the truth. If City, in quotes, know that Palmer is going to perform at this level, Pep Guardiola will not sell him.
Pep Guardiola would have sold him because the player wanted to go.
Everybody
knows Palmer's record for City.
Whether
in the reserves, whether in the bench or whatever, everybody knows
what Chelsea bought is the
with you.
He's a young boy. He's a
I disagree with you.
Okay, did you buy him did Chelsea buy him as a superstar? Wait.
I disagree with you.
Did Chelsea buy him as a superstar?
And what was his transfer fee?
Excuse
me, what was his? If he is a prospect, right? Yes. He not be anything. How much did Chelsea pay for Kopama? Let's go there. How much did Chelsea pay for Kopama?
I understand what you're saying now, because now from City you go, so now superstar. How much did Chelsea pay for Garnacho?
Answer mine first, man.
I think 40-something million.
Yeah, thank you. They don't spend 40-something million on prospects.
They spend.
Chelsea spend
40-something
million
Chelsea on prospects.
Let me not tell you. Let me not tell you. They don't spend 40-something million on prospect. Chelsea spent 80-something million on Modric. Where in there now? Chelsea spent almost 60-something million on Andre Santos. When did he come to the team? After a year out on loan.
Yes.
Chelsea spent on Hato. They spent 50-something million
all
on Hato.
all your
Wait,
all
let
your
me finish.
expenses
Ugochukwu,
are for a club that has a litany of poor spending and wasting.
You say I didn't answer your question. I didn't answer your question.
We're just saying it now that Chelsea has spent
finish.
2 billion and they are no closer to winning the Premier League.
Yes.
And I almost interjected because you are spending this money on these players, and at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for because you're not getting quality in.
You want to hype the
case.
You want to hype the You want to hype
let me end this
You want to hype
You're not
the
getting quality in.
You want to hype the fact. You want to hype the fact. Say Chelsea they spend big money with big money. Chelsea they spend big money on players, or Chelsea spend big money to sign Garnacho.
How much the Liverpool get Ngoma?
Now I want is now from from young player, now from the academy, now from
Thank you. All the players Chelsea have been, excuse me, all the players Chelsea have been paying 20-something million to bring into the academy, to bed into the academy. How many of them have started for the team?
John.
No, now, how many have started for the team?
No, they find the see, debate is when you debate. You should
use another club. I'm not Chelsea. You cannot use Chelsea to come because Chelsea are an outlier in this scenario.
No, you asked Chelsea. You
how
asked the question, how much
much did Arsenal sign one Neri?
Wait, let me end this debate.
How much did Arsenal sign one Neri?
I want to answer him this question.
How much did they sign Bukayo Saka?
Let me end this debate. Wait,
let's go there.
Ngoma has been in Liverpool side for the past, I think, since the age of 6. You cannot ask me how much the Liverpool signed him. Player will come at the age of 6. Whether they play for team at the age of 6, grow from there. Trent has been in Liverpool side since the age of 6. You cannot ask me how much the Liverpool spent on him to sign him in. Saka has been at Arsenal since the age of 6.
Thank you.
The same thing with Ethan Waneri, the same thing with Smith Rowe. So don't ask me how much did they spend on him. We're talking about players they brought in and sent to the academy. Man United spent about 30-something million on Garnacho, about 20 or 30 on Amad Diallo. Now, these are high prices for young prospects at the time without first team football. The same thing with Cole Palmer. On a young prospect,
Palmer was 45 million pounds. Nothing you want to tell me. 45 million pounds. Nothing you want to tell me. Nothing about. Excuse me. He had first team football in the Premier League with City. Go and argue with your keeper. The stats are there. Don't even give me that rubbish, man.
All these things you are arguing about does not make sense. What I'm saying is, whether I like it or not, Chelsea bought Cole Palmer not as a finished product. They bought him as a potential. Truthfully, nobody knew that he's going to hit this height. It's as simple as that. You take a risk on the young player. People do it. Buy a 17-year-old, 18-year-old on a high fee and they flop.
Chelsea do it.
That's
not
what
other people.
Every other club buys players and they flop. Young players everywhere. They buy them.
He said Chelsea does it.
The thing about
young players at Barcelona now. Young players at Barcelona now.
How many young players did they sign?
Wait,
no, now. You say club. How many young players did Barcelona sign?
At Barcelona now, the young players in the first team now. Who gave them the chance? Is the manager. You normally before Barcelona took a chance on those young prospects, on those young players, they looked at the market. They were top players in the market when Barcelona went on to go. Wait, no, they rush. When Barcelona went on to get Pedri, Gavi, Fermin Lopez, Yami Yamal, Gerrard that plays fullback, Abalde, and Sufati, and all of them, they were top players in the market. But yeah, they choose to give these young players the opportunity to play.
It's not about choose to. They have financial constraints.
Financial constraints.
Bro, you cannot take it out of context. Okay, you are dead broke as a club. John. You sold the naming right to your station to your stadium to raise money to buy some expensive players. You also went and sold some of your broadcast rights to make up money to run the club. Don't tell me that you took chance on young players. You didn't have the option. If it's an Arsenal team that is doing this, they are bringing these players along. I will agree with you because that's the identity of the club. Don't tell me that Barcelona went to go and bring these guys up. Bro, they were broke. They were fighting for bankruptcy.
Iniesta, I think, was from the academy.
Bro.
Boss was from that same place. Thiago Alcantara was from that same academy. That same reserve academy, all of them. Thiago, Busquets, and all of them have gone on to be one of the best.
All of them were brought up senior team, 2 players per time. This is the first time we are seeing about 7 players from the academy playing at the same time for Barcelona. So don't come and tell me that is because they saw prospect in them. That's balderdash,
and I've gone on to be some of the best players you would see in football. Every time Barcelona goes to the academy, they get at least 2, 3, 4. And each of those times they've gone there, those players have gone on to be some of the best players
each of the times.
Each of those times.
I like how you like using generalizing words because that are totally false.
You talk about Busquets when he came in.
Bojan, Chafa, each of those times. I'll call names for you.
All this argument is not necessary. What I'm saying is that whether we like it or not, Cole Palmer was a young prospect. Chelsea took chance with him and he became a superstar.
Oh, wow.
If he was he had never nailed down a first team football at City. He was a squad player and most 99% of the time he never made match day squad. That is it, because City had a big squad and they had superstars in every opportunity. It's as simple. If City could have seen the future, they would not have sold Cole Palmer.
I disagree with you
because
on that.
Why would Liga spend on
I
checking?
disagree with
Why would
you
Liga
on
spend
that.
on checking and Tijani
When
you know that
Cole
Palmer was going to be a superstar?
When Phil Foden was there, how much game time was he having?
Yeah, you are saying the same thing.
I'm asking you now because you cannot tell me that he saw Cole Palmer and then he went to spend on checking, he went to spend on this other guy, he went to spend on this other guy. I disagree with you, man. I'm telling you that as at the point, if you go back and look at the last 5 seasons, if you go back and look at the last 5 seasons, we have one policy at Manchester City. Bro, if you say you don't do, you know one day, you can get out of the club. Yes. Simple and short.
What I'm saying
Simple and short.
Was Cole Palmer a superstar at City?
Bro, go and talk to everybody that is a supporter of that club. From that area, they will tell you that the guy is a star. Was your Walcott a superstar at Arsenal? Answer me that question, man.
John, I believe you. Cole Palmer was a
Answer me that question, man.
Cole Palmer was a superstar and Chelsea bought a superstar from City to Chelsea. Now he's a super raw talent. Yeah, now he's a superstar.
A super raw talent. Even the superstar for Chelsea said, once he will see me fine.
This argument, I don't think it makes sense because everybody knows that he was just potential that Chelsea bought.
Okay, now.
And this potential makes sense. Okay, let's continue with our YouTube channel. Samson saying, okay, what is your problem with a world champion as former world champions? Okay, they are world champions for 4 years. Yeah, they are going to be world champions for 4 years. Okay, he's saying none. So Samson, welcome to the show. Samson Obai said this day Nonso is becoming a better analyst. So okay, good to Nonso. Okay, and Athletic to be is here. If this team has beaten Chelsea, it would have been the climax of losing Champions League. Lost to Manchester United back to back. At least Chelsea let breathe. Okay, how was Cole Palmer Cole Palmer at Manchester City? How many goals per game did Palmer had at City? Any player you are buying at the basis of potential is a risk because he may do well and he may flop. So okay, Kenzie is here. Kenzie, welcome to the show. Okay, he's saying, okay, when a good boy, if Guardiola knew Palmer would be that classy, he wouldn't have sold him. Thank you for that comment. Okay, Farouk. Okay, he said that if Guardiola knew that he's going to be this star, he wouldn't have sold him. And Athletics is back. He's saying Chelsea spent £99 million on bench players. Nobody will sell Palmer if Guardiola knows he will be this good, especially knowing that KDB is leaving soon. He said, I'm a City fan. Palmer was not a superstar at City. Okay,
oh,
and
wow.
Athletics, thank you. Okay, Michael, welcome to the show. Good morning. Okay, prospect isn't written on a player's forehead. Business is business. It's a win or lose. QED. Okay. Chooks is here. Chooks is saying Guardiola did not see Palmer's development coming. He wouldn't have sold him and spent hugely on Savinho.
You're saying this in hindsight.
Okay, Chidera is here. Chidera is here. Una make okay now make Trix is just saying Ekitike needs to act like a professional. Talking about the other game that happened at the other game, Liverpool won that game 2-1 against Southampton, and Isak scored a goal, and Ekitike came in second half and made it 2-1, but he got a record after he scored that goal. Fantastic game for Liverpool, and Isak it was 0-0 at the first half, but Isak scored that goal, scored his first goal for Liverpool. I think it's a fantastic game for Liverpool, even though that it was They have been winning games just small. This small they win. It's 5 minutes they will score goal and
The
win.
thing is,
They keep scoring goal between 80 minutes plus. I think Liverpool will do this thing and do this thing and win the Premier League or even the
they
Champions
might
League.
do a double this time around.
More with this, they always
They
score
might
goals in
just
the
do,
80
you know,
plus.
anytime we say Liverpool quadruple, they go just leave all of them for now, go focus on one. They might do a double this time around because I am just seeing it that way. Because look at it now. I think towards the end of the first half, finding a way to score. If you're not scoring your goals early and relaxing all game, you're scoring towards the end of the first half or towards the end of the game. And I think Liverpool is scoring that goal in the 43rd or 44th minute to give Liverpool the win at halftime was the best you've seen in football. Play the game, try and break the defense. Try and break the defensive gap. And I think Southampton, for me, in this game, they pack everything they need to pack. They close up everywhere where they need to close. All the happy and way to the post was short. Defenders were defending, midfielders were attacking. It's not, I won't say they sat too deep. Because if they had sat deep, you would have seen the Liverpool side play 700 shots and 200 on target and 150 blocked. But again, Liverpool went on trying to break those. There was this trap. I think there was this trap Southampton did against Manchester United 2 seasons ago or last season before they dropped, where they set a trap and they box your best midfielders. They box the best midfielders in a way that they can't come out of the other end. They can't make a pass in the other end. And that was why Liverpool were not too creative in the first 30 minutes of the game. If not, it would have been 2 goals before 30 minutes. But because they boxed in the midfielders not to create any of those chances, they got away with it. And luckily for them, maybe they lost concentration at some point that made Liverpool break in and got the first goal in the first half.
Yeah,
and again, second half started, and I don't know why Ikitike will get that red card.
I don't know if
you're already on a winning position. Why?
That's the thing. I guess I had 2 assists. He had Johnny started that game and I had 2 assists in that game. Kesa is a good player, but I think he needs more opportunity at this Liverpool side to perform.
Yeah, I would just say that timing is everything in life and in football, basically. Like, you can come to a club when you feel that it's the right time and it doesn't just line up for you. Like right now, I don't think there's anything Chiesa will play that will nail him in starting position till Salah leaves. So he should just buy this time and put in the performance as he's doing against this team now, Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Maybe when he gets opportunities in other competitions, fine and good. Until Slot is ready to transition Salah out of that team, he plays second fiddle, and that's his destiny right now.
Okay, fantastic game for Liverpool. They won that game. Okay, let's go back to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments. Kenzie is saying, okay, God, you didn't read my contribution. No, okay, you mentioned my name. Okay, let me go and read your contribution, Kenzie. Kenzie, okay, I mentioned the name, but I skipped it. Okay. Okay, good morning, guys, in the studio. Okay, congratulations, Chelsea, for defeating Lincoln City. But I am not impressed. But with their style of play, why are they? Why will they like to always come from a goal down? It really don't make sense. They have to work on their style of play if they want to go far in all competition this season. Okay, thank you for that one for Kenzie. Okay, Judah Onungwa is saying what John is saying is that if you are following Man City, you will certainly know that the guy was a growing footballer. But one thing with Guardiola is he doesn't push young stars into games. Okay, thank you there, Judah Onungwa. Thank you for that comment. Okay, talking about the Carabao Cup, Liverpool won that game 2-1, and obviously Brighton trashed Barnsley 6-0. That one is Mbari for them.
I trust Fabian.
They didn't even hold back. They just destroyed them. Okay, Fulham win Cambridge 1-0. Smith Rowe scored the only goal in that game. Chukwueze made his debut for Fulham, so hopefully he will from the bench. So hopefully he will start getting game times because we just want him to do well at Fulham because he is one of our superstar, Nigerian Super Eagles superstar. He came off the bench, tried in that game. I saw some of those games because I was waiting for him to make that substitute. When he came in, he tried, but he couldn't get on the score sheet. Hopefully he will start getting on the score sheet.
Don't get on the score sheet, get the assist.
The most important thing is
just keep improving.
Keep getting game time.
Yeah. Okay, for today's game, Huddersfield will play City. Today, City is going away to Huddersfield. Newcastle will play Brentford City. Tottenham will play Doncaster, and Arsenal will go away to Port Vale. Okay, let's get your prediction for the City game. City plus Huddersfield. Now trash is this one supposed to be now.
I am not so sure because what's his name now? Haaland is not available for this encounter.
Haaland is supposed to play
Mamouche
this
is
camp.
not also available. Who wants start as a striker?
Well,
So that's what I'm saying,
Wait,
man.
no, let me understand now.
When I was saying that,
I think you were saying
The
it's a
forward
Division
line.
3 team. You should not be even play without a coach. Now you define your star players.
I'm saying
No,
I'm,
no,
now
I need to
don't understand
understand.
what you're saying,
I
man.
need to understand.
I don't understand what you're
No,
saying.
I don't understand.
You don't
This kind of game, you should not be playing with your star players. Even the manager should be at home resting. The players can go in and win.
If we
Now
have,
you City define your star player.
excuse me, if we have another striker in this squad,
Have no striker. Go
have
and
no striker.
if me, I'm a
Wow.
City. See, if I truly
I
trust
think what he's
City,
going to do is that
Okay.
he's going to play for
Godwin,
the first 9.
Godwin.
Okay.
If I truly trust my club, that we are big as we are, and we are playing against the Huddersfield side.
Why you go sign Callum Wilson when they out of contract?
Because
if you
I be
trust
big
your
team.
side? Hey.
I be big
Let's
team.
get explanation.
Now,
Just
wait,
to
let
win.
me finish. If you are playing against the, you would say, okay, fine, they are a small team. I'll just field in 10 men
Okay.
and I'll still win.
You
because
field in 5.
and
Field in
me
5.
as a manager, I'll go home and sleep.
Field in
I
5.
played against the Premier League team and I lost.
Field in 5.
This one is Division 3.
Okay, as City is going to play Huddersfield. Pep Guardiola will have
A
to
shock.
decide.
Huddersfield 1-0. I'll go.
I'm just thinking that there's going to be a shock in this Carabao Cup. So you don't see shock yesterday.
We saw shock Burnley.
Okay,
Burnley.
leave Burnley.
We
Leave
saw
them.
shock Wolves.
Leave one. This
Yeah,
one.
that
I'm
is
talking
no-
about-
that is
I'm talking about.
That is Premier League versus Premier League. You
I
cannot
think-
call Wolves and
I
never
think
team.
I'm talking about the shock. I'm talking about like Manchester United lost.
Eh.
So Liverpool, I was waiting for Liverpool to
Liverpool
lose. So I
cannot
come back
lose.
and they didn't lose.
Liverpool cannot lose.
Chelsea did not lose. So either
Chelsea
City,
narrowly escaped.
either City today, Tottenham, Newcastle, or Arsenal, somebody will lose today.
City cannot lose, bro.
So okay. Obviously, everyone will support City. Newcastle.
Who is everyone? He supports City.
4-0.
Huddersfield.
I
I'll come
called
here
it
tomorrow and tell you.
4-0.
Okay, Tottenham will play Doncaster. Tottenham should be winning, but anything can happen in Florida. Port Villa will play Arsenal away. So let's see how this game will happen today. If they are going to have one shock or the other. Okay, let's move on from the Carabao to the La Liga games. La Liga games is happening, and yesterday Espanyol and Valencia played a 2-2 draw. Athletic Bilbao played Girona 1-1. Sevilla and Villarreal. Sevilla 1, Villarreal 2. Levante 1, Real Madrid 4. Okay, Mbappe scored again in this game. Fantastic game for Mbappe and Real Madrid.
Yeah, a good game from Mbappe on the night. Getting a brace up forward. Like I said in this encounter, we were expecting you think about it. No, so.
See, not be to speak English. Did the boys play well? Yes. Did they do well? Yes. Because look at Andagula assist. Master Tuno, this is what they call squad depth. You take out anybody, somebody is there to replace the person. You take out anybody, somebody is there to replace the person. Now, quality, now the depth Real Madrid missed last season be this, because again you ask yourself all of last season under Ancelotti, who is playing from the right? He'll tell you Rodrigo. Every time Rodrigo is MIA. I think as the game is progressing, as season is progressing, his performance on that right is deepening.
I don't think Rodrigo is MIA. I think
No,
they've
you don't
not
understand.
sorted out what issue they have.
See, you don't understand.
Rodrigo in that position.
You see,
That's why
let me
if you
finish
see
now.
some
Let
games,
me
he
finish now.
plays Gula there and
Let me finish now. Let me finish
now.
now. Under Ancelotti in the first Champions League win, he was playing from the right, Vinny from the left, Karim Benzema up front. He can come in and play as a striker, where Karim Benzema can go and play on the right. That was the only switch he was having. Or he can come and play on the left, where Karim Benzema plays on the right, Vinny will play up front. That was where you saw fluidity in the attack against when it was Karim was there. When Kylian came in, the left was already choked. It was always this switch between Vinny and Kylian on the left. So there was no room for him to switch with anybody because none of them can play from the right. So he was kind of, I can't make the switch with anybody. I have to. My performance has to drop. If it was like somebody was coming in that right to support him, somebody like now that they have Trent coming in that right to support him, it would have been okay for him. But last season, Cavanga was out injured mostly. Trent was not in the team. So he was likely alone on that right. So there was no much support for him to switch with anybody. That's why we saw him as a flop last season. Now this man has come in and he's testing him on different times. Now he's testing him there. Anytime you see him coming with strength on the side, you see him perform more because now he has somebody to switch with. When he makes the run off that position, somebody is there to replace him there. It's a team of stars, fluidity everywhere. Everybody is fluid, making moves. You're making this move, and Kylian on the 2 goals again. You're telling me he's not
Kylian with 1 penalty and 1 goal. Nothing you want to tell me.
You know concern you.
Kylian with 1 penalty
now,
and 1 goal from
how many goals does he have in the La Liga this season? Check in the top charts.
I know sense.
1 penalty and 1 goal.
I know sense. Yes,
Make me 1 penalty and 1 goal because on this show penalty is different. And Kopama does not. If that's the case, Kopama does not have a goal. He only has penalties. No, let's be clear. Now you talk about 1 penalty and 1 goal. Kylian leading the charts, scoring the goal, and Angola providing an assist. Good game again. I see people are saying, what's his lineup for? You know, there's an interview somebody granted, and he said we are still playing a back 3 when we start the games, and even when we defend.
That one, that story.
And if you look at everybody the way they play,
that story,
you know it's a back 3.
I disagree with you. They are playing a back 4.
That on paper.
The difference, no, now.
On paper.
Like I said, how you know the formation of the team is when they are progressing the ball from the goalkeeper. That's how you know the formation of the team.
When they are progressing
because the shape of the team progressing from the back is 4.
I'm sorry, John.
As the team is progressing to attack, they take another shape.
John,
somebody inverts into the midfield. Another person drops from the midfield.
I think it's high time. I think it's high time I bring my chart board and show you positional run.
If you like, be like.
I'll not start playing football here on the show.
If you like,
I'll bring my whiteboard.
Be like the manager of Valencia.
I'll be like whiteboard. No.
Game is, excuse me, that game is going on. You went to go and bring the paper where he wrote the formation. I was looking at it again. Anyhow, if you like bring tabor like Amorim, it still does not change the fact.
Every manager goes back to the
It still does not change the fact that they are playing for at the back.
Every manager changes it. I will show you when I bring my board to the studio. I will show you the formation, how they start, how they progress, when the opposition attack this way, how they set up to defend. I will show you and I will tell you. I will let you know properly that it is still 3 at the back. Leave permission on paper.
Okay, Real Madrid won that game 4 goals to 1. Mbappe is scoring goals. I think he needs to win that Ballon d'Or somehow. How can he finish and even
highest goal scorer in Liga?
See, it's not about where you play. If it's about where you play, Dembele should not have won the Ballon d'Or.
Just do well. I think it's
about where you play.
Thank you.
It's about where you
It's
play.
not about where you play. How many of the
you play.
Ballon d'Or winners have played for Real Madrid? Let's go there. How many of them?
I think
anytime they played, look at Modric.
I think the
top players.
I think they generally
win the league.
For example,
win the league.
Play well.
Win the Champions League. If they call you for the country, if they have a national team competition, if you are being called up, go and perform as well.
At the end of the day, just play well at your club. Win the
Champions
Champions
League. Game,
simple. Win the Champions League. Play well at your club. Be the best player at your club. The way Dembele was the best player at PSG, you have the shot to win. So I think part of the thing that he came to Real Madrid to do, apart from winning Ballon d'Or, talking about Mbappe,
is Champions League, and he flying last season.
So I think he has enough time. There is no way you will stay there for 5 years. Real Madrid
will carry 3 Champions League.
Even Dembele don't first and win Ballon d'Or, first and win Champions League.
Okay. Well, before we start taking phone calls, let's go back to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments before we start taking calls. You can join the conversation. Tell us what you think about that Chelsea performance, because Chelsea fans are still complaining after spending $2 billion in that squad, and they are still playing this kind of football. So they want, after spending, at least if you see spending, then you are going to be doing well as a club. But Chelsea fans are still complaining that they need the squad to start performing better. They don't need to be scrapping victory against Lincoln City and all that. Okay, back to our YouTube channel. Look at Negletus is predicting that City to win Huddersfield 3-0. And he said Mbappe at 53 goals for Madrid, 26 of them are penalties.
Thank you.
So he has scored half of it. I don't
know.
Let me even check this record.
He has scored. Wait. Let me correct.
Also, the internet is undefeated.
He has scored 52 goals for Real Madrid. 23, less than half. Let's say, I think 45% of those goals are penalties. I agree.
26, more than half.
No. You said
look at it.
How many goals do you have? 53.
More than half.
I didn't do maths on my head here.
More than half.
He said he has scored 52.
53.
Then 26.
Yes.
Na penalty. 26 divided by times 2, no be 52.
Yeah, yes.
Eh?
Just one
You
goal
know,
difference.
what are you saying?
Is
So, now,
46
wait.
52%. Is penalty.
How is it 52%?
Bro.
You said
26
53.
plus 26 now.
26 plus 26 na 52.
52. So,
Mhm.
So he has more goals of
than-
open play
I
than
disagree
penalties.
with you.
Now, since you want to bring that stat, go back to your own end now and check Opama goals of Chelsea because he's a star player.
Okay.
Go and check those stats. How many are penalties and how many are normal goals? From
Okay.
open play.
Let's see what
Somebody
happens.
has 100 goals, has 95 penalties,
Let's
and
see
you're
what
telling me
happens
you're comparing with the
Mbappe
is
for
the
me, I
best
think
player.
Mbappe is still a good player at Real Madrid, and he's scoring goals at Real Madrid. Whether it's a penalty, whether it's a normal goal is a goal. If he score penalties and win the Champions League, because part of the reason he moved from PSG to Real Madrid is
to win
Champions League.
Doesn't even Ballon d'Or.
Yes, if he win that Champions League, he has more opportunity to
He has
win
won the
Ballon
World
d'Or.
Cup. Now, if he wins the Champions League, now you say he's the world guest player. He's the
will-
greatest of all time.
So
He's a GOAT.
So let's see what he does, what he will do with Real Madrid. He still has plenty time at Real Madrid. This is just his second season at Real Madrid, so hopefully he will do well and win games. Okay, games that happened in La Liga today. Getafe will play Alaves and Real Sociedad will play Mallorca, and Atletico Madrid will play Rayo Vallecano in the games that will happen to in La Liga today. Other games will happen tomorrow. Barcelona will play tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about that. Okay, let's take phone calls and get your contribution, especially about this Chelsea game, because Chelsea they scrapped the win against Lincoln City, and you know from the next round you start meeting bigger boys, so they need to start performing well if they want to do something. Challenge for the league, win the Carabao Cup, win the FA Cup, win something for Chelsea fans this season, because Chelsea fans, they love trophies. I like them. They are the pride of London. They call them the pride of London. They are the pride of London. They should be winning trophies. Let's take first phone call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, Bright from where? Old Trafford. Okay, what is your contribution? Okay.
I don't really see them play well. But the matches they have won, honestly, they struggle for the match. Because if you look at their first match, I think Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace, yes.
Yeah, so they didn't play best game for that match. Crystal Palace will have won them. And also for Fulham, they won Fulham.
Yeah, they beat Fulham.
They just
narrow escape.
for that match.
Mm.
Honestly. I have been telling them they are not playing well, honestly. Their problem is that they are strikers. I don't think they are not using the strikers.
Yeah, Pedro.
They are not feeding the guy.
Okay.
They're supposed to be feeding your Pedro at that front.
Oh.
Some are also supposed to be making helping at that front. They are not making enough.
All right, thank you.
Here's something I want to ask you about Italian Copa Italia.
Okay.
Last night against Chelsea. What is the result?
Okay, I'll give you the results immediately. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, for your contribution. Okay, 0706048585. Call us and tell us what you think about Chelsea after spending £2 billion. Nothing they show. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my man in the studio, the sports guy, I greet you in the studio.
Mhm.
John and
Good.
Alex calling you.
Hey,
Okay,
good morning,
Alex.
Alex.
Alex. Quickly, Alex.
Please, I want to say something. Whenever someone will call you, someone cannot be calling you this station and try to listen to himself or herself.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Whenever someone will call, and you will hear that sound because you don't say me, don't you just listen to like earpiece that you listen from my phone.
Jai.
The thing that affects somebody.
Oh, sorry very much.
Somebody call, you will hear that sound
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't care.
It dey play. It dey play. It dey show.
Flower, according to Nonso, flower no dey na potato leaf dey.
Penalty team.
It no concern Alex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Both of them didn't come from
I think
EPL now. They
wait,
came from outside the league.
Wait, the question is clear. If you add the both of their performance together,
Palmer,
compare it to Palmer, which one will you prefer?
remember, Palmer is the 8th world best player.
Number 8.
Number 8.
So
That number 8 na scam. Nothing you want
So-
tell me.
Let's take
what are you
focus.
telling me?
That number 8 na scam.
Now you think it's a
Hello,
scam?
good morning.
With all the penalties we score,
Hello, good morning.
poor performance and plenty penalties.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, your contribution. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
The network
Hello.
is terrible this
Go
morning.
ahead.
Go ahead. I can hear you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hello. Okay. Network. Okay. I think I can't really hear you, but I think what you're trying to say that
If a prophet had told Guardiola,
yes,
Mm.
if
normally,
for no circle, Palmer.
yeah, normally, everybody knows that. You
Uh-huh.
just make a choice because then yes, he's winning things. Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
morning.
Name and location, please. All right. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Bruno. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and there's community shield. Yeah.
And community shield as a substitute.
Of course.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Argument is sweet. Sometimes they sweet sometimes.
Bishop.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Mm. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. The result of the Coppa Italia that happened yesterday. AC Milan beat Lecce 3-0. The next beat Palermo 2-1. Cagliari beat Foreigners, right? Foreigners 4-1. So AC Milan won yesterday. For the caller that is looking for the results of the Italian Coppa America. Coppa Italia yesterday. For today, let's see what happens today. Just Arsenal is playing today, City is playing today. I'm waiting for a shock.
Tottenham is playing today.
Okay, see today, I must see shock
Today,
in this Carabao.
there must be a
Somebody
shock.
must
Newcastle
lose.
is playing.
Somebody must lose.
The
That's what I
bottom
mean.
line is there
it's
is
City.
electricity everywhere.
My
Go
own
and
is
find
that
your shock.
my own is that somebody should lose today. So, why is everybody
Why is
winning?
everybody
Wait,
winning?
no,
Why
everybody
would we not have an underdog story?
So see
Underdog story.
Grimsby and Man U
Grimsby
now.
It don't expire.
No,
Thank
Underdog
you.
story never expire. Underdog story will continue. It continue for the next 2 years. Now this year will expire.
So hopefully we'll get a shock today. Me, I'm looking for a shock today. If probably for Arsenal, Arsenal is going to play away to Port Villa. Tottenham, Port View. Tottenham will play Doncaster. Huddersfield will host Manchester City. Newcastle will host Brentford City. So let's see if we are going to get a shock. Probably we get a shock. Let's see. Well, Grimsby, talking about Grimsby won on Tuesday, so they keep flying, so they are in the next round of the competition. Tomorrow we'll come back to give you more football stories, football gist around the world, what's happening around the world. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for all everybody that joined us on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, you are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Thank you for being part of that family. Thank you for being part of today's show. Thank you for all our callers. Tomorrow we are back to give you more stories. Hopefully we'll get a shock today. I'll come and talk about it tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
This one, I just a professor.